Alright, so aside from not being a YouTube video maker guy, or ever making videos, ever in general, try to do this real quick. I don't know, I've tried to explain it multiple times. We've got 3 forwards, 2 midfielders, and 3 defenders. And 1 goalie, obviously. And if you look at the numbers, the number 1 most important thing is the goalie. The goalie, we do not want the ball in our goal. It's our number 1 priority. It's not going down there scoring. We're keeping it out of our goal. The field is big. It's hot today, so we do not want to be running any more than we have to. We need to play smarter, not harder. We've played this team before, and we beat them. Actually, we played them last Saturday. Or last game we played Saturday, sorry. And we lined up in a little different formation, but I'll explain that maybe in a minute. So we've got a left side and a right side. And within that, instead of just having 3 forwards, we would have a right forward and a left forward. But more specifically, if we don't learn nothing else this year, we do need to try to understand that there are positions in soccer and roles and responsibilities of each, and why you should be there and stay in your position, even when the action's not going on there and you think you can help somewhere else. When you're not where you're supposed to be, it's not helping. So, like I said, I'm not a professional video maker here. Alright, so we got her in half, and our goalie, number 1, the ball stays out of our goal. This is the formation I tried to explain for about 4 games before, and I tried to tell people at practice, and the 4 people that showed up were all like, yeah, we got it, but it never worked out. And the reason is I try to simplify it because there's a left and a right, so there's 1, 2, 1, 4. And the reason the 4 is back there is so they understand that their defense, because before everyone was running all over. And the Barr brothers, if we make it to play them, and this is not our last game, we've got to play smart against them, because they're not beating us on the field, they're beating us on foot, running up and down the field through the midfield. They're faster than we are. So we had 1 forward instead of 3, so that way I've only got 1 person hanging out on the other side of the field all the time waiting for the ball. And we have a left attacking midfielder and a right attacking midfielder, and 1 holding midfielder. And number 2 and 5, that's a left defending midfielder and a right defending midfielder. Your 3 and 4, that was that's our defense. You'll see more here in a minute to make more sense. Keep playing it for you guys here. The Saturday that we beat the team we're playing now, we lined up like this: 4 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 2 forwards. I think we did pretty good. The less people we have down there when we're trying to score, the better, as far as people being in the way, and as well as when we fight off an attack and get the ball upfield, we don't want their defenders coming with us. We want the ball to beat them. So the idea was that there was 2 forwards. They were going to have the attack down here on the goal. The 2 midfielders were going to fight the advance back of, if the other team won the ball, they were going to try to hold them at midfield. And I had 4 defenders back there, which did a pretty good job. So with the 1 forward, right attacking midfielder, left attacking midfielder, and 6 is a holding midfielder. Right there, you got it's important that you guys understand the holding midfielder needs to stay in the midfield area. I mean, you're primarily defense, because 6, 3, and 4 would be the old 3 that used to be back there. The 3 defenders would be 6, 4, and 3. So you can't wander off too far. And then we have the left and right defending midfielders. And like I said, 4, 3, and 6 were the original defenders. There's the midfield and the 3 forwards like we had it before. So just because it looks like that doesn't mean anything. Just understand that there's a right side and a left side. And I don't know what just happened. Anyhow, the formation, if we're doing the kickoff, midfielders move up. The defending midfielders can push up, try to widen the field. You guys are defensive, you have to get back. If they're got the kickoff, obviously we need our midfielders back up. The holding comes up, and the defending midfielders can move up as well. Now, as you can see, that only leaves 2 back there. So our job is to beat the attack, but we've got to get back. Alright, the whole field here. It's a big field. We don't want to be running all of it. All that area, all this, nobody is scoring any goals outside of there. Right there and right there is the only 2 places goals are being shot inside of. That is it. There's no reason we need to run and chase the ball all over it. Stay in our positions. Let them run. Let them get tired. We don't want to just chase the ball across the field. And we need to understand, before we thought right here this line was the difference between offense and defense. So we'd end up 5 on offense and 3 on defense. We'd lose the ball down there because there'd be 8 people of theirs down there. And then they'd get down there, and we'd just hang out down on this side, expect them to win the ball back. And then when it started coming our way, we'd all go towards it and try to get it and just create a big traffic jam. What we need to do is play smart, stay spread out, let them run, chase the ball. We don't want to chase the ball. This is another thing. On defense, don't go towards the ball. If there's already someone over there, and we're already a defender on the person, if he beats us, look, there's no one. We need to be back to the goal. You hear me yelling at, get to the goal, get to the goal. It means get back to the goal. And if we win the ball, don't try dribbling it. Look, if we try dribbling it, we're bringing all these people with us. All of them. When we get down there, there's nothing. Kick the ball up there. Get rid of them 5 people down there. Then we can play it down here. So, this is confusing. It's basically the same thing it's always been. And no matter how the formation is, it's the same thing. Just everybody has a side of the field, a left or a right, and a responsibility. You need to stay in your positions. We can beat them. I think we can beat anybody in that league, except the Barr brothers. Is, like I said, faster. And when we've got a goalie, do not kick that ball back to the side that just tried to score it on you. If everyone's over there, do not return the ball to that side. If we're in our positions, there will be someone on the other side. And we're spread out. I'll show you this too here in a second. But there should only be one person really downfield, and these two attacking midfielders are down there ready to feed the ball up. The holding midfielder pushes up. Our two defending midfielders widen the field, push up. You two defenders need to get out of the goalie's way, go to the corners of the boxes. That gives the goalie room to kick the ball wherever. Do not kick into the other team if they've got a bunch of them on that side. The faster we get rid of that ball, the quicker we can get it past them. We don't want to let them get set back up to where we got to dribble through them. We want the ball to go past them. It's the same thing we've always had. We just need to play smarter. So no matter who we take and move around, it's the same thing. It just looks different. We're just trying to play smarter so we're not all chasing that ball. There's a whole field. When we win that ball, we need to just be able to move the ball. We don't want to do all this running. These red, the red down there was the only area people are scoring. When we're in our positions and we win the ball back, I don't even have their two midfielders on there. We can easily